and today I will be talking to you about how the arts impact the brain. From the simplicity of cartoon coloring books to the complex intellectualness of history's most notable artists, people have been exposed to varying levels of art throughout their lives. However, they do not know how truly beneficial this is to their being. In fact, the overall impact of the fine arts include the maturation of young brains, their understanding in terms of rationale, self-reflection, analytical abilities, motor skills, senses, and their creativity. Nowadays, parents are signing their kids up for more and more extracurricular activities in hopes to achieve well-roundedness and acquire talents that are needed for life. This immersion and involvement in one or more arts ends up greatly developing the young brain and its cognitive thinking, social abilities, and emotional stability. The psychological effects of integrating art into everyday life include greater understanding early on of the depth of human experience, being able to see the unique mannerisms in which humans express sentiments and convey significance in the outside world, and being able to develop straightforward, logical, and complex ways of thinking. In fact, in order to distinguish the relationship between arts and intelligence, a group of researchers at UCLA did a study on two groups of second graders, in which one group was given piano lessons for 4 months while the other group was not. They were then tested on their proportional math skills, and the group given music lessons ended up scoring 166% higher than the group without. Furthermore, the Mozart effect, which is the theory that listening to Mozart's music can help increase motor skills and short-term memory. A group of college students were tested prior to and after listening to Mozart, and they showed significant increases in short-term memory. This was also applied to Stephen King's novels, and similar results ended up happening. And of course, painting broadens the child's imagination and their creativity skills, while also increasing cognitive thinking, because they must draw conclusions from the outside world and be able to think of ways to express themselves in other ways than verbalizing. And from the stimulus material given, I found that dance marking can alleviate the conflict between the cognitive and physical aspects of dance practice. Dance marking is the repetitive, step-by-step learning of a dance routine through practice. And it increases memory and superfluidity, which is the barrier between physical action and mental thinking. And if you think it's too late to learn, it's never too late to start in art, because even in nursing homes nowadays, there are drawing classes, painting classes, and knitting classes, or even just studying art. And this keeps the brain active and healthy. And in children, I believe that art should be taught early on because they can develop passions for it and pursue it as a profession, as well as applying these skills to real life, such as concentration and discipline. They also learn how to self-express themselves better, and they have an increased awareness of the outside world, so they can better develop relationships between one another because they have an enlightened sense of who they are. Exceptions to the claim include people who have had very little exposure to art but still manage to succeed and excel in life, maybe even more than people who have integrated art into their lives. Furthermore, the No Child Left Behind program specifically concentrates on mathematics and English. Sometimes this is known as the STEM curriculum, or science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And sometimes people think that art can be detrimental to a child's development because some art includes violence, sex, and nudity, which many people may think can be harmful to the naivete. However, some other people think that this can further develop them and cause children to mature at a faster rate. In conclusion, The arts play an important role in human development by enhancing the growth of cognitive, emotional, and psychomotor pathways while also providing people with a higher quality of human experience. A solution to the problem of the loss of arts in schools nowadays due to funding problems would be to create STEAM programs, or science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics programs. Colleges such as Brown University and Yale University are integrating this into their education, and while this is new, it is sure to have great results. Thank you.
Okay, I have a few questions for you. How did your research question evolve as you moved through the research process? Did your research go in a different direction than you originally planned or hypothesized?
Yes, because originally in the beginning, I only thought about how it affected them emotionally on a deeper level, but then due to the dance marking article in the stimulus material, I thought about how it develops further, like the brain and how people think and how it develops their IQs and how they apply it to everyday life. So my research question evolved into covering emotional fields such and social and scientific.
Okay. And what might be the real world implications or consequences of your findings? And then what are the implications to your community?
By implications to the community, do you mean of the integration of the STEAM program?
Yes, so how could that impact the real world and then specifically our community here?
In the real world, the term like starving artist is really common, and I believe that while that is kind of true in today's economy, it doesn't completely have to apply to everyone, and the fact that they're not having such an emphasis on arts anymore is inhibiting people from pursuing their dreams and pursuing further developments such as history's past philosophers. We could like be missing something that we might never know. And in the community, I know that GW is just like George Washington High School is just starting to integrate more arts into their curriculum, and I'm a part of that, and I really have strong beliefs in it, and I think that everyone should give it a try because they can kind of connect to another part of themselves.
And you've been able to benefit from the arts programs here?
Yes, and I went to an arts camp last summer, and it really helped me grow as a person.
Okay, thank you very much.